Hello and welcome back to the channel. You're watching Fighting Falcons. In this video we will learn about BVR flow and BVR timeline. In order to go in a BVR combat, it is important to effectively learn BVR flow and BVR timeline. And the team who practices BVR flow or timeline effectively during the combat will always surprise his or her adversary and always be on top-notch condition. So first we will learn about what is BVR flow, and then we will go to the BVR timeline. So BVR flow is basically common tactics that are used during aerial engagement. There are two types of main tactics that are used. One is launch and leave, and the other is launch and decide tactics. In launch and leave tactics, there's two types of tactics that are more commonly practiced. One is skate and the other is short skate. So we will discuss first the skate. Now in skate what happens is, for example, here is your enemy, your adversary, and this is you. So before this transition range you will fire the missile, and after firing you will go over here before the DOR, and before DOR you will turn around, take a 180-degree turn, and you will move out, do an exit maneuver. Now if you fire the missile on the transition range, what will happen is the missile will go husky, means a semi-active form, and till DOR you will be out. You will take a 180-degree turn away from the enemy. So what will happen is you will retain the FLO, that is first launch opportunity, and the closure range between you and the adversary will be increasing. So as the range increases, you will have enough time to turn again back towards the enemy and perform your maneuvers. So skate is a maneuver at which you fire the missile before transition range, and once it gets husky or semi-active state, your aircraft would turn before DOR, that is decision out range, and you will take a 180-degree turn away from the enemy, preserving a lot of distance between you and the enemy and the FLO, that is first launch opportunity. So this is skate. Now coming to the short skate. In the short skate what will happen is you will go till DR, that is decision range. You will fire the missile before DR, and you will take a turn, 180-degree turn before MAR, that is minimum abort range. So once again you take a turn before MAR, you will have enough distance between you and your enemy, and you will again retain the first launch and launch opportunity. Then coming to Banzai. Banzai is again a very aggressive maneuver. In Banzai you will go till the DR, that is decision range, and if you are traveling in elements, like there's two elements, two fighter jets, you both go till DR, that is decision range. You fire the missile and you do a notching maneuver. Notching maneuver means this is the lead aircraft will turn towards the right and the wingman will turn towards the left. You will be there for 15 minutes like this. You will be going right like this in this path, and you will stay there for 15 minutes, and you will see whether you are notched or you are spiked. Whether you are spiked or you are naked. If you are naked, you will continue this maneuver. If you are spiked, you will take a 180-degree turn and move away, so that you don't go into MAR or into WES, that is weapon engagement zone. So in Banzai what happens, you go till DR with your wingman, you fire the missile, then you do a notching maneuver for a brief period of time, that is like 15 seconds, and after that you will see whether you are naked or you are spiked. If you are spiked, you will turn away. If you are naked, you will continue that path. So this is Benzai. Now we will be talking about the BVR timeline. So for example, this is the timeline. This is your adversary and this is you. So first we will talk about the minimum targeting range. Minimum targeting range is a range at which your group members will decide for group elimination or supported intercept flow, and this is kind of range in which your flight lead might uh, sort things out, sort the enemy, sort the groups that are coming towards you. That is called minimum targeting range. Then the second one is called the transition range. Transition range is a minimum range that is required to fire the BVR, the medium range missile, so that it goes into an active form and the fighter jet should be out before DOR, that is desired out range, that we discussed. This is called a skate maneuver. So when you are out before DOR, so there will be enough distance between you and the enemy, and you will retain the FLO, that is first launch opportunity. And then because the distance is very high, you can turn again back towards the enemy and can do maneuvers. So this is the transition range. Now DOR, I will not discuss about DOR because it's already been discussed. I will straightly jump into DR. DR is decision range. It is a range where you do aggressive notch maneuver again for a brief period of time. You notch for 15 seconds and then you turn towards the adversary or away from the enemy, depending whether you are spiked or you are naked. So this is called decision range. It is also a range at which if you do an out maneuver, so you can defeat any kind of weapon that is fired by the adversary or is in the air. So this is called decision range. Then coming to MAR. MAR is again a minimum abort range. If you don't abort before this range, so what will happen is you will enter the VES and there's 99% chances that you will be shot down. So MAR is minimum abort range. This is the range that you should abort your flight path and move away from the enemy in order to avoid going into the VES, that is weapon engagement zone of the enemy. And coming to the VES, that is called weapon engagement zone. If you are in this zone, so this is the maximum range at which the enemy would fire you on the missile, and there is 99% chance that you cannot kinematically outmaneuver the weapon that is being fired. So I hope you like this video. This is a short basic video to improve your BVR flow and BVR timeline understanding, and you can also read this from BMS Falcon's tutorials, BMS Falcon PDF files that you get while you download the game. So stay tuned to our channel. We will make more videos about BVR, and we will also do some practical implementation of these ranges in the